Morning. Boy, that was a beautiful song. Very touching. Yeah, I love it. I love this time of year, human love at Christmas. What a beautiful way to share our human love then through song. And at this time of year, we see it just as we walk in our Western world for sure. The people allowing their love, their unique expression to just come out in many, many different ways. And it's beautiful because we get to experience that. And it's who we are. We are love, and give ourselves a chance to share that a little bit more. Christmas season affords us that opportunity. The first two services we had, Cindy took us out there and gave us maybe a broader view and understanding who Christ is and Christ consciousness and what that's all about. I just want to share one little part of what she shared with us before, because I feel so important for us to really understand in our hearts. Okay, when he was in his journey, was beginning his ministry, he was always getting questioned, and people were asking him, like, who's God, where's heaven, and all this good stuff, and who are you? And so he answered them this one time, and this is pretty clear. Men call me Christ, and God has recognized the name, but Christ is not a man. The Christ is universal love, and love is king. And that's why we will say Jesus the Christ. Christ is love. That's who we are. We are love. This Jesus is but man who has been fitted by temptations overcome, by trials multiform, to be a temple through which Christ can manifest to men. Then hear, you men of Israel, look not upon the flesh, it is not king. Look to the Christ within, who shall be formed in every one of you as he is formed in me. And I think it's really, those are pretty profound words for us to begin to allow them to move into our body temple, and set that vibration, the vibration of the truth, who we really are. And it's just, in the evolution of the consciousness of man, we're always taking steps and steps and steps. We're walking out of one world, walking into another world, and as we let go the world of limitation, the world of matter, and move into a more spiritual, aware expression existence in our life, that's our journey. And that's what Jesus was saying right there. We look at ourselves in a limited aspect, a picture of ourselves, when we are that Christ. And we have the opportunity to just allow it to express. Letting go. That's the hard part. So, human love at Christmas. And I love Christmas because it does give us that opportunity to maybe remember who we are and remember who other people are also. And it's a season, I love this, 'tis the season. 'Tis the season to remember the birth of the Christ on earth, you know. 'Tis the season to remember the birth of Christ on earth. Here's the song we sing tonight. Long lay the world in sin and sorrow pining, till he appeared, and the soul knew its worth. See, and the soul knew its worth. That's who we are. We began to know who we really are. Who we really are as a spiritual being. And that's what this season it helps us to remember. And you know, like when we do communion services and say, bread and wine, remembrance bread, remembrance wine. Do this to remember me. And so people have been doing that for a couple thousand years, to remember, to keep that frequency going within their hearts, within their body. So Christmas can be a time for us all to remember the birth of the Christ. The Christ came through the human form, man. 'Tis a season to remember the gift of life that Jesus brought to the planet. Now, how would you like to experience life just walking around pining and sorrowful? Did you see? So we have this gift. It used to be that way, people. No. And so we have come a long way. We have grown and evolved in consciousness, things like this. And it takes a shift. We have to begin to explore who we truly are, begin an understanding of who we are. And as we begin to understand who we are, then we can translate out into our world. In life, we get so busy with doing life that we miss experiencing life. We miss experiencing life, the expression of life. God's the expression of life. Life is the expression of God. It's our perception that allows us to have the experience that would serve our soul. 'Tis the season to remember who we are. Oh, gosh, we've been told who we are. We got lots of definitions laid on us, don't we? Oh, you're a man, you're a woman, you're this, that, you have this degree, you work by the sweat of your brow, whatever. But to begin to know who we truly are, who man truly is. We are spirit, you see? We got that Christ light, the light that lighteth every man, every woman who cometh into the earth is within our hearts. So to begin to allow that to grow, fan that flame in your expression. So we are spirit, we are the beloved of God. And if I can say I'm the beloved of God, I can say you are the beloved of God. That's where that community comes in. That's where that brotherhood, that's when that oneness comes in. I'm the brotherhood of God. I am the Son of God. You are the Son of God. I'm the beloved of God. You are the beloved of God. To begin to see ourselves like that, and then see others like that. See others as the beloved Son of God. We don't know their walk, but we know who they are. Seek to know them better, and maybe we could understand their walk, and then get to know them even better. And this season, when more people have a smile on their face, when you go around and you see more people smiling, doesn't it make you smile also? It's because the energy of the season, the energy of love, Christmas, Christing of the masses. Christing of the masses, that's what we're doing. And so to begin to allow our unique love to just express whatever way we feel. And we can do it in song, we can do it with art, we can do it in smiling, we can hug people, we can greet people which maybe we would have walked past them. But we see that more happening at this period of time. It's almost like the veil is lifted. And even like today, being the Whitsuntide, where the veil clears and the masters come down to teach the brethren. They've been doing this for thousands and thousands of years. And you can feel it if you're open to it. If you're open to it. And this morning I heard just two expressions of people experiencing that energy. And they weren't even aware. This is God's real, Spirit's real, Christmas real, Christing of the masses is real. And so through Christmas through the human love is awesome. And so we can each get to play our own part of how do I want to express that. So I'm just going to claim I'm the beloved of God, and I'm also going to say you are the beloved of God. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to say I'm the beloved of God, and then I want you to say I'm the beloved of God. How's that? I'm the beloved of God. I'm the beloved of God. See, you made me smile. Thank you. I love that. And I hope you're smiling too. But just to say that, you know what that does? That feeds our soul. It opens up our hearts. It connects us greater with love. It connects us greater with love, and that's the truth we are. 'Tis a season when we begin to acknowledge the truth of who we really are. Acknowledge it and then to be that truth. You know, we hear words. Here's a good word, dogma. We're told so much stuff and we're just supposed to believe it. We live in a time of being and doing these words, making the word manifest. We've entered into the Aquarian age, and that's the age of spiritual enlightenment, communication, brotherhood, all these good things that have been dogma. We can make the golden age now. If we remember who we are and remember who everyone else is. Because what that does is erases all those lines of separation. 'Tis the season more and more bringing their truth to their world and to our world. Look at this Christmas tree over here. Isn't that beautiful? Now, we have some beautiful souls that come and decorate this church for us. I did not do it. How's that? I know that's a shock. But you see, that they're, and you know, when they do it, they're joyful. They're happy to do it, and it's work. It really is, because it's up in the attic. You have to get this stuff down. And, but you see, that's a way that they're sharing their human love through these decorations. And I know that some of you have already gotten some special food from people. Oh, this is my family recipe, and we make it. My grandma used to make it at Christmas and give us things like this. You see, they're sharing that love, which they've never forgotten. It was infused, the experience was infused with love from their grandmother, aunt, or their mom, whatever, you know, and they're carrying that on. And all they're doing is allowing love to be expressed. We got love in our heart. We have a lot of love in our heart. We all have a lot of love in our heart. And we could open up our heart and share a lot more love. And so this season, when people do that, that's what they're doing. They're sharing their love. They're sharing their love. And we'll eat it most of the time. I've eaten fruitcake before, and it's something. And some people like it, see? But if somebody gives me, I'm going to honor that gift. I'm not going to eat it all, but I'm going to eat some of it. So, we had our Christmas party in the bookstore last weekend. It was fast. This time goes. Like, who can remember? But you know, it's like, I wore my Grandpa Shark Christmas sweater, you know, and like people, you know what? They're giving themselves permission. People give themselves permission to dress goofy. Who cares? You know, I had fun. I had that on and a stocking, and you know, getting into the mood. And I didn't do it as an act. I genuinely had fun. We had fun out there. And that's what this season really affords us to reveal maybe another aspect of ourselves. You know, like a diamond's got all these facets. And so we just got to polish the facet and let that shine a little bit more. And I know there's another and another. But that's how human love at Christmas is revealed, through our unique expression. We're important. Everyone's important. And just to share that aspect of their unique vibration is needed. It's needed on the planet. And when we do, I don't know if have found this, is people are really moving into a more balanced, kind-hearted exchange of gifts and energy exchange, no matter what it is. To move from duty, oh, I got to give you a present because you gave me one. You see? It's not fun, is that? Let's all be honest. It's not fun. To be able to just give from your heart, just giving from your heart. It's even, I think, powerful when we connect with that person and then give them what we think they want, not what we want. That's allowing human love to flow freely at Christmas time. So here's I think one of the biggest ones. 'Tis a season for forgiving. Jesus the Christ is love. Jesus came to bring us all together. Jesus came to connect us with God, okay? We're all the beloved of God, to connect us all. Jesus came to connect us back with God, to connect us back with one another. Judgment is the opposite of understanding. Judgment's the opposite of understanding. And that's one of Jesus' main foundation stones is non-judgment. Because it separates us. And all we're looking at life is through our little periscope. We aren't looking at it from the big picture yet. And sometimes if we don't get the big picture, we might color it with judgment. So to begin to allow, just let go, and to begin to express and see that child of Godship within each other. We don't know their walk, but we know who they are. And you know what? Some people don't know who they are. And that's okay, because their life is going to reveal to them who they are. That's not our job. That's not our job. Our job is to love them and to recognize them as a beloved child of God. Doesn't it sound silly? Doesn't it sound simple? That's how life is set up. God set up life simple. Here's this beautiful planet, boys and girls. Go forth and prosper. Be good stewards. Manage it. Don't abuse it. Share. Be kind. But don't forget who you are. Don't forget who you are. See? Now, those are simple instructions, but most of us have forgotten them a bunch of times. And here we are. So we have this time of the year, this Christmas season, to remember, who was Jesus? Jesus the Christ. Jesus was the Christ. Wake up, everybody. And he didn't ask us to do anything but be kind and loving. If a man asks you for his coat, give him two. You see? And if you participate at that level, the universe is going to bless you in greater abundance. Because there's no lack of abundance in God's world. There's lack of abundance in man's world. So to go back to that definition of who the Christ is, the main person that we need to listen to is the still small voice within our heart that says, you are the beloved. You are the beloved. You are loved and supported. And walk in that knowing, in that guidance, and see what happens. That's what faith's all about, because we don't know. This is what White Eagle says. Without love, we cannot know the mystery and meaning of God. And isn't God a mystery? That's right in front of us. And how often do we ask, what's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this? So love is that energy that can erase the lines of separation, the blurring in our experience, to allow us to really know who we are, be who we are, and accept who we are. That's a big one. And then we translate to our brothers and sisters, because if I'm the beloved, you are the beloved. Love transforms life. You know how little kids, and we try to share with them to write a letter to Santa Claus? Has anyone helped a little child write a letter to Santa Claus? Or maybe when you were little, you wrote one. And so, okay. Several years back, I wrote a letter to Jesus at this time of the year. I said, Dear Jesus, what can I give you this Christmas to show you that I know? Your birth, a gift beyond compare, leads all where we're to go. A time when all the worlds stood still, a gifting like none other, to stand forth as the chosen one, the Father's love flows through the Son. Deep within my heart of hearts, the light a glowing ember. I choose to be a chosen one, to be, not just remember. In this Aquarian age of expressing who we are, to not just remember the stories, but to be that unique essence, that new unique expression of love that we came to be. To not just remember. Haven't we all written enough me stories? To put those down, ask to be lifted, expanded to a greater vision of self, of life, of love, and walk in that world. That's the world we're walking into. And this season, human love at Christmas helps and supports ushering in that new way of living. Sacred living. Living in love and harmony with all of life. Sacred living sounds heavy. Living in harmony and love with all of life doesn't sound that bad, does it? To free ourselves from dogma. So I choose to be a chosen one, to be, not just remember. I choose love. That's all we have to choose. That's the answer. I choose love. In any experience that we're having, going through, I choose love. I choose love. And if we can hold that frequency and that in our consciousness, in our body, it begins to clear so that we can understand. We can get a bigger picture. Love transforms life. Our heart will always know what is true, although the process of living is required to learn the details. That's from Spirit. Our heart will always know what is true, although the process of living is required to learn the details. And the details are in the who, what, where, when, and why. That's how we learn and grow and understand. Life's experience is a gift, a blessing. As we look to see the Christ within one another, it allows ours to express even more. It allows ours to express even more. The gift of life. We activate the power of divine grace when we consistently express love. We activate the power of divine grace when we consistently express love, and so consistency is a very powerful word. In anything we do, we know that. But to be consistent with love, Christ, God's love made manifest, to be God's love made manifest. So, this is our dictate, to not wait for others to love, but to love. And often we get in waiting games with people. So to begin to, people are going to do what they're going to do, and that's good. But for us to know what is ours to do, and do it. Manifest your love, don't wait for others. To be, not just remember. Let's go within. And as you sit in your chair, just close your eyes and breathe. And as you breathe, once again, ask that God's love fill you. Just breathe in God's love. I ask that a calm of love and light come over this sanctuary, that we be bathed in that light and love of the Christ this day. So just breathe and feel the energy coming down through the crown chakra, through the top of your head, just moving through your whole body. And as this Christ love moves through you, ask to feel. Ask to feel love. Ask to feel God's love. ask that your heart be opened so that you can receive greater love. That you can give greater love. Breathe and feel the aliveness within each cell of your body. Love allows each cell to sing. Each atom to sing. Each particle of your being to sing. The beautiful song, I am. So just breathe and just feel your unique vibration. Your unique love. You are God's beloved. In your heart say, I am God's beloved. I am God's beloved. And just breathe. And feel waves of love just sweeping through you. Washing away the veils of illusion that keep you from knowing who you truly are. Breathe and feel. Be still and know. Breathe. Feel your body. Gently wiggle your toes and fingers. Gently open your eyes. And breathe and feel. Human love at Christmas. We've read a lot of stories. It's time to really live the story of love on planet Earth. And they all said, Yay, God.